Okay, Guru Granny again. Hi guys. I want to talk to you today about technology. Now, there's a lot of science is being carried out to look at what effect all the different technologies are having on our minds, on our brains. And it's being shown that we're actually rewiring our brains, which is a little bit worrying by the way we're using our technology. We're actually using our technology far too much. We're too tuned in. We're too much online or looking at our screens and our phones. And it's been shown that, in fact, if you keep jumping from one device to another, for example, if you're watching television and then you're texting and you're maybe looking at emails at the same time, you keep jumping from one thing to the other, what's happening is that the information that you're receiving, your brain's receiving, doesn't go into the place it should go into. It goes into an area which is to do with movement. The storage for information is called the hippocampus in the brain, and that is not happening. That's not receiving the information if we're leaping about too much between devices. So we really have to be, I think, a bit disciplined about not using our technology too much. We need to have spaces. We need to give our brains some sort of rest from this endless looking at screens. So the other thing that's being shown is that people who are online doing a lot of gaming, playing computer games, their brain scans are beginning to look like brain scans of drug addicts and alcoholics. Again, the wiring of the brain is being changed. The brain scans are showing up as somewhat abnormal. So I would say to you, please think about this. I know technology is marvelous in lots of ways and helpful, but it's a bit scary the way it's going. The other point is that's incredibly important is that when we're looking at our screens all the time, when you're looking down at your phone, when you're on the move, when you're with friends, you're just missing out on the present moment. You know, we're being distracted away from the here and now. And we're missing out on life, actually. We keep looking at our devices for some sort of input, but we're not looking really at our lives. I see people sitting in restaurants and they're both looking at their phones. They're both scrolling down and they're sending texts and so on, and they're not talking to each other. Or people are having a conversation and they switch off in the middle to check out some message they've just received on their phone. Well, I want to say, just think about, why is it more important to look at what's on your phone screen than to look at either the person in front of you, the person you're with, your friends, or look at nature, look around you, look at the world. We need to be in the world, in life, and technology is actually taking us away from life. It's distracting us, and it's distracting us from ourselves too. We need to be able to be comfortable with silence, with nothing, but just be with ourselves, and then you can go in to yourself and you have a much better relationship with yourself. I often say the only reason that people get their best ideas in the shower and the bath is because that's about the only time that they're on their own with no input from technology. And that's when your creative mind can speak to you. If you're always consuming other people's creativity via the media or various devices, you're actually cutting yourself off from your own inner creative voice speaking to you. And that's really serious. I really mean that. Listen to yourself. Listen to your own creativity, your own thoughts and intuitions. But there's a great spiritual teacher called Rudolf Steiner who said, miracles happen every day. You just don't notice them. And this is the point. We don't notice anything like that, anything miraculous, because we're not there. We're not here. So be here. Please, at least some of the time, be in the present. Okay, guys. Bye for now.